yourself. If you're on YouTube, if you're on the app, if you're on Spotify, wherever you are, big up yourself. We have three guests today. Of course, we have Mr. Dale Holness. He was a former he served as City of Lauderhill's commissioner from 2004 to 2020. And we have Rexy Roll, the vice president of operations and general counsel at Western Ears. A lot of words that you know, so have to try to remember them, you know. When you're on the radio, you have to try to remember enough words, you know. So we're looking forward to speaking with, you know, Caribbean people who are doing well here in South Florida. You know, the Streaming Hub radio show and the Streaming Hub Media Group, we're Caribbean centric, but we broadcast to the world. So we promote our Caribbean people, but that means if you're international, you can also be a part of our show, regardless of where you are in the diaspora. You can download the app Streaming Hub Radio with two N's, right? Streaming Hub Radio. You can find us with the same spelling on YouTube, wherever, whatever platform you are on, you can find us on it. Of course, it's Bellyful Thursdays, and we're going to be enjoying some food from Golden Krust. You understand? And on Thursdays, I try to eat, but not eat too much because I want to enjoy the food, right? And of course, I want to big up More Fire tea and herbal blends and herbal smoke blends and herbal tea, right? Because guess what? That relaxes you. No matter what time of night you can't sleep, you can smoke it or you drink it. If you're a smoker, you smoke it. If you're a drinker, you drink it. Okay, and it's all natural and organic. So my blazing news headlines, of course, I want to talk about the situation with Mr. Jacquier himself in the Netherlands. You know, the prosecution is trying to the prosecution is trying to overturn the ruling that attempted murder. The attempted murder charge was dismissed, but they're trying to put that back on the table. And some of you may be wondering how can that be possible? It is possible. It wouldn't be double jeopardy because he was charged for manslaughter, I believe. So if they charge him for attempted murder, it wouldn't be the same crime, if you understand. So I believe, I don't know for sure, this is my opinion. My belief is that had they known about that recording before, right, where he said he was going down Amsterdam Square. You know, like when the Jamaica or the islands, and I said, I'm going to meet you on Square, I'm going to beat you up. Me after school, I'm going to find you down a square. It was the equivalent of that he did in Amsterdam, the voice message. So my opinion is that had the prosecution known about that, they would have used that in the attempted murder case, because you know that's intent. When it comes to murder, there needs to be intent. You know, you have actus reus and mens rea. Guys, I have a law degree. I don't think I tell them I never do anything with it, but so you have to prove that the person has, not just the person is guilty in terms of doing the act, but guilty in terms of premeditation. And basically, I'm thinking that the prosecution found that tape where he said he was gonna go down there and stab up the man, which he did. And that's why they want to bring the attempted murder. But attempted murder is a serious charge in Netherlands. But of course, it's in for 6 years now for it's not manslaughter. Whatever is there for. It's not manslaughter because the person didn't die, but they're trying to bring attempted murder there now. So that is very, very interesting. If you're here on Instagram, if you're here on the app, wherever you are, you can call in and talk about this now because I want to hear your points of view. My second blazing news headline was the race last night. Listen to me now, man. The future of Jamaican sprinting is even bigger than what we thought it was. And it's not even Jamaica. In the other Caribbean islands, you have girls and boys who are running some wonderful times, you know. So last night we have the showdown of the Clayton twins versus Brianna Liston. Hey, and if you missed that race, you need to go on YouTube and find that race because that race was the biggest thing in a long time. You know, of course, you know the Clayton sisters, Tia and Tina Clayton, are from Edwin Allen in a Clarendon, of course, the best parish, of course. And my mother went to Edwin Allen, so did my aunt and my uncle and other people in my family. And the Tia and Tina Clayton, of course, have run for Jamaica. They've represented the country. And they have been the darlings of Jamaican high school sprint for the last few seasons. Now, Brianna Liston, at 12 years old, ran a Olympic qualifying time at 12 years old, right? But I think at that time, she was attending St. Jago High School. And then I don't know if she got injured or something, but she is now representing Heidel, which is a major powerhouse in track and field. And so because Brianna Liston has been running some really good times, that was set up for a wonderful showdown last night. And I said, maybe because I'm enough, and I said Brianna Liston would have won, and Tina would have been placed second, and Tia would have come third. So of course Tia did place third, but Liston was beaten almost on the line basically by Tina Clayton. If it's Tia or Tina, guys, no, correct me, right? I think Tina Clayton won, but that race was a race for the books. The record wasn't broken, but that record is in danger. Matter of fact, the only person who was run, the only person who was under 20, the only Jamaican female under 20 who has run faster than Brianna Liston was, guess who? Can tell me who? If you're in the comment section, tell me which Jamaican female is the only person to have run. Which Jamaican female at under 20 was the only person to have run faster than Brianna Liston? Can anyone tell me in the comment section? No? Come on, man. I'm gonna just tell you because I don't even know these things, I don't even know these things. Brianna Williams. It's Brianna, guys. It's Brianna. So that was a wonderful match, and I'm glad to see that. So those are my two Blazing News headlines today. You can call and let me know what's going on regarding Mr. Jacure, and you can also tell me what you think about the race and the future of Jamaican sprinting. I'm also glad to see other non-traditional high schools doing well in traditional in terms of track and field. St. Catherine High has a developing program. I love to see it. Petersfield and Clarendon College is making their way back. So welcome to the Raúl Blaze Show today, guys. It's Bellyful Thursdays. We're gonna have Golden Krust. We're gonna have two wonderful guests in studio, and of course we're gonna have food. So stay tuned. Share this show with your friends wherever you're watching. If you're watching on Instagram or YouTube or Spotify or the app, share with your friends and family. They do not want to miss this show. It's going to be wonderful. There might be a little bit of dancing because I promise Roxy some dancing, but she said something wrong with her foot, so I don't know how well she can move. She can move a little bit for me today, And it is Thursday, Bellyful Thursday, Throwback Thursday. I'll be playing some throwback songs for you, whether it's in R&B or dancehall or soca. You know how we do it here on Streaming HUBB Radio. You understand? The #1 online media platform in South Florida. And of course, I am Raúl Blaze from the Raúl Blaze Show, of the Raúl Blaze Show. And thank you for joining in. Instagram, I see you. Lies. Facebook, I can see you. I'm not on Instagram right now because I'm trying to get my Instagram people to move around, especially on YouTube. YouTube, I see you over there. The app, you guys are still asleep, but I'm sure after we come back from our first break, you will be here and ready to watch us eat some food and watch us talk to our guests again. Our first guest, Mr. Dale C. Holness. He served as City of Lauderhill's Commissioner from 2004 to 2010, and he's running for Congress. And of course, we have Rexy Roll. Let me tell you again, she's the I'm gonna do this now. She is the vice. Oh my God. She is General Counsel. She is the VP of Operations and General Counsel at Western here. Western, nod your head if I'm saying. I can see you. Say yes. Okay, she said yes. I can see her. While I was butchering her title, she was like, oh my God, but I got it, okay? So thank you guys. We're going to have a wonderful show. We're going to go for our first break and we'll be right back. Please share the show with your friends and family on all the platforms that you are using, okay? Stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. And I just might play your favorite throwback song today on the Raúl Blaze Show. All right?
Booty shaking with the class. Welcome from Jamaica in a little tin called Tasty Cheese. From the old to the young, them love that cheese, yeah. In a little tin called Tasty Cheese. Can't stay home if we not have tasty cheese. cheese. Can't hold a vibe if me not have tasty cheese. Easter I come me have to have tasty cheese. Family I link up me have to have tasty cheese. Oh yeah, all I like a vibe with the sound, all I like a vibe, all I like a vibe and thing, yeah. All I vibes with the family this Easter with tasty cheese.
Shell Montano, Dexter Daps, Casper Band, Spice,
and Ding Dong Ravers.
The greatest Caribbean lineup ever.
July 15th, 16th, and 17th. Featuring Marshall Montano, Casper Band, Dexter Daps, Spice, and Ding Dong Ravers.
The vacation of vacations. All inclusive. Prices go up every week. Book now at brtweekend.com. That's brtweekend.com.
Our family and friends are a big part of who we are. They are our biggest supporters and confidants, and our source of bellyfuls of laughter.
And when it comes to keeping you connected, Western Union is here to make it safer and easier with their digital services. Now your family and friends overseas can send you money without leaving home by using the Western Union app or westernunion.com. Just visit gkmsonline.com to register and share your banking details with your sender to start receiving funds directly to your bank account, so you don't have to leave home to collect. Grace Kennedy Money Services, home of Bill Express, FX Trader, and Western Union, doing our part to help you stay safe.
Your daily habits can make or break you. And the best way to have healthy habits is with intent. Morfire is the herbal tea and smoke blend provider ready to fit into your routine. Morfire creates signature blends of powerful teas and natural smoking herbs that aid in healing and nourishing the body day after day. Ditch your unhealthy habits and become a better you with Morfire. Morfire, enhance your daily ritual with intent.
Aweyo yambo, aweyo yambo, aweyo yambo, aweyo yambo, Carnival. People say they thought Byron Lee was mad. Byron Lee. Sell Jamaica culture from Trinidad. Byron Lee, I man say, we glad you're mad, cause we love the soca, bad. I see thousands and thousands gathering at Constant Spring. Man, it give me goose pimples to hear Jamaica sing. Everybody jumping up for Carnival. Everybody jumping in the hot sun, hold on. Nobody ain't leaving here till the break of dawn. Let's push and jump and bam bam, wine, let the soca play. Every man, woman and child, they wild. Everybody going mad. Party home and back and now the Streaminn Carnival. Watch the fire. First carnival in Miami, brother. Miami. They say they're taking a chance on Trini Soca. That carnival fever was fire. Baptism for all the hot like pepper. There was no turning back now. I heard the masses say, Miami Soca Carnival is here to stay. Everybody jumping up for Carnival Day. Everybody jumping in the hot sun, hold on. Nobody ain't leaving here till the break of day. Push and jump and bump and wine, let it
All right, guys, welcome back to the Raúl Blaze Show. I'm your host, Raúl Blaze, on Streaming Hub Radio. Today, Thursday, Throwback Thursdays, but also Bellyful Thursdays. And I have someone with me who has a belly full of information for you, of course, and she'll be helping me enjoy what we have in store today. Her name is. Could you please pronounce I like your name. Could you please pronounce it for
the full name?
Yeah, the full name.
The full government. Okay.
Yes.
Shirexia Alexis Rexy Roll.
Okay, pull the mic a little bit up.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Would you like to come
yes.
in? Okay.
Yeah, she's going in the bigger chair, you know?
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, she's moving on to the big chair, guys. Mm-hmm. Nope, no problem. We got you. And then let me turn on this one. Yes, so she's gonna tell us the full government name in a second. You know, I try not to butcher people's names, you know, because when people don't call Raúl correctly, I'm like, where I messed up my name. Okay. So tell them your name again.
Shirexia Alexis Roll. Everyone calls me Rexy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where you from? Tell us a little bit about your background.
I am originally from Andros, Bahamas.
Okay.
So I am from the Bahamas and born in Nassau.
Okay.
And, you know, hopped around, lived in Fort Lauderdale growing up. And but now, you know, generally back in Freeport, Grand Bahama. Okay, and
what's a comparison like living in Nassau and then Fort Lauderdale? Because I know people from the Caribbean be like, I'm still in the Caribbean. It feels like the Caribbean to them. What was it for you like Bahamas to South Florida?
There was definitely a difference. I mean, my parents always kind of wanted me to have a kind of quiet childhood, and you know, in Andros, everyone knows each other, and there's that familiarity, and that, you know, you feel comfortable walking down the street. There's no fear. Yes. And then of course you come here and it's considered a big city, and so they make you afraid of everything.
Oh yes, yes, because they tell you about you
could be kidnapped. Yeah. You could be like everything. So
anything can happen. Anything that can happen will happen.
Right.
And what yeah. So we're in studio, of course, guys. You know, it's live TV, so things happen live. I'm watching her smooching over in her chair, and then the mic. What about the mic? You know, she's gonna use the mic. You know. Okay. Yes.
There we go.
You're good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
My face looks huge.
Yes. Your face look what?
Huge.
Oh no, man! It look nice. If you say look at my face, look at me have 5 heads. Oh yes. And so tell me about your educational background. Where did you go to? Where did you attend school and all those nice stuff?
So I hopped around. I went to Tamarack Elementary. Okay. And then I did a stint in West Pine. Okay. And then afterwards I went to boarding school in Orlando. Mount Verde Academy. It's a big basketball school now. It wasn't then. Okay. And then I did my university undergrad degree in University of Ottawa.
Okay.
Ottawa, Canada.
What on that?
Yeah.
Miss International man.
And then I came back down here to Lynn University to do my master's, and I did my law degree in San Diego, California.
Okay, and tell us about that. So what did you do your undergrad and your master's and your law degree? You're saying all these things. So whenever people do undergrad, master's, and law degree, you're thinking that they would be like, you know, you look like you literally just stepped out of high school.
Oh well, thank the Lord for that. I'll take that.
What did you do for your different degrees?
I did political science and communications for the undergrad, and then mass media and communications for my master's, and then of course the JD.
Okay. Wow, that's amazing. And are those? Yeah, they don't sound so far apart. Did they connect to you? Did they connect to you?
They connected all the way. So my mom used to call me the professional student because she just felt like I was in school for so long, which I was. But,
Awesome. And then you. So when you went to law school, right? Did you see yourself practicing any particular area of law?
So I had an idea that I should look into aviation law because I would have already been, you know, involved in the family business, which is Western Air.
Yes.
And getting into all of that. But I still wanted to explore a bit, but I knew criminal law wasn't my thing. I hear you got your JD, so
yeah,
and you sound like you know quite a bit about criminal law. I don't remember none of that. Don't ask me.
I did an LLB, the British system.
Yeah,
however, it's similar to the JD, but for some reason the criminal law parts took out more to me. But
it's definitely fascinating. It's fascinating.
What I'm surprising, and you mentioned it, you know, when you're growing up and you hear about lawyers, you think in your mind every lawyer is a criminal lawyer, but you realize that very few lawyers are criminal lawyers.
Very true, very true. And I realized that probably in law school.
Okay.
Because you know, when you're younger, when I was like 5 or 6, I was saying I wanted to be a lawyer.
Yes.
But to me, that meant walking around with this briefcase and heels, right? And you just had this, like, you got a chance to speak firmly and argumentatively.
Yes.
But that's not at all what I do.
Oh wow.
You know?
Wow. And then of course you what was the transition like? Was Western Ear your first work per se in the legal field, or did you have other
so before I really put a bite into Western Air, I was at some aviation law firms.
Nice.
And so I got a chance to work on aviation and corporate law a bit, and so that really helped me going into everything that I'm doing now with Western Air. Yeah.
And does for I know aviation law is, but for someone listening, aviation law, well, you need to advise somebody how to fly the plane. Tell us a little bit about aviation law.
So with aviation law, I mean, it could really vary. You know, aviation lawyers also have completely different, practices even within aviation, because whether you're in an airline or if you're focusing on FAA and regulations, it's two completely different worlds, even though they intersect. So for me, a lot of things is tied into regulations. So civil aviation on the Bahamas side, FAA on the US side.
Yes.
And then also to just managing the companies, the airlines affairs. So that could range from, vendor contracts, acquisitions of aircrafts, and representing us in that regard. And then also working with other attorneys if we are doing any sort of litigation or matters like that.
Okay. All right, guys. Of course, if you're just joining us, we're here talking to the wonderful Rexy Roll. I'm looking now because I know it out of my head, but because the paper is here, I don't want to butcher it again. Vice President of Operations and General Counsel at Western Air. And we're talking about, influence, law, aviation. Of course, we're going to go for a break soon. And when we come back, we're going to talk about Western Air and some of the wonderful things you've done there at Western Air. I almost said here just now with an H. The Caribbean almost come out of me now. About the Western Ear. So guys, we're gonna go for a quick break, but in the interim, let me play a soca throwback song for you that I play at my Zumba classes almost every day. All right, let's go.
Power moving my body when I sing. You got to teach me, Miss Trini, how to get that swing.
Your daily habits can make or break you. And the best way to have healthy habits is with intent. More Fire is the herbal tea and smoke blend provider ready to fit into your routine. More Fire creates signature blends of powerful teas and natural smoking herbs that aid in healing and nourishing the body day after day. Ditch your unhealthy habits and become a better you with More Fire. More Fire. Enhance your daily ritual with intent.
Welcome from Jamaica in a little tin called Tasty Cheese. And the old to the young, them love that cheese, yeah. In a little tin called Tasty Cheese. Can't stay home if we not have tasty cheese. Can't hold a vibe if we not have tasty cheese. Easter I come me have to have tasty cheese. Family I link up me have to have tasty cheese. Oh yeah, all I like the vibe with the sound, I like the vibe. All I like the vibe and thing, yeah. All our vibes with the family this Easter with tasty cheese. Oh dog. Oh, doggy, 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 dog. Oh, the dog. All dog like we have to have them in a 2s and 3s. And everybody know we wild already. Believe you me, we never scream for that. All dog like we have to have them in a 2s and 3s. And everybody know we wild already.
The thing called a bam bam. There was all Jamaican. With a different style, different fashion. You know? So me say one thing, Nancy can't understand. One thing, Nancy can't understand. What make them a talk about me ambition? Say what make them a talk about me ambition? Come and say some of them a ask me where me get it from. Just some of them a ask me where me get it from.
All right, guys, I'm back here. What a bam bam indeed, because you know that Sister Nancy's song is one of the most sampled song in dance or hip hop, and I think that wasn't even the original. I think the original was by a group called Toots and the Maytals,
Really?
back in the ska time. Bam bam, and I think ska is such an overlooked part of music. By the way, guys, we're gonna talk about more music and that later on. I want to finish talking to my dear guest about Western Ear. So when you started Western Ear, right? What did you feel because of the family business? Do you feel any pressure? Did you feel like, you know what, I gotta get this right now because
not right away, but
Okay.
I mean earlier on my mom had some shady things to say. You see how hard we work, and you talking about doing, you know, like
Yes.
she definitely, you know, both of my parents would say a little thing or two.
Yes.
But for the most part, they wanted me to be whatever it is that I wanted to be, and they wanted me to be successful and happy.
Wow.
But so I knew I had the freedom to do it, but
yes.
ultimately, I mean, I grew a passion for it, and I recognized that it was beyond them. You know, there was like a commitment already built into what we were doing, and I said, why would I not try to pour into this? You know. Yes.
And you've done, since you've been with Western Ear, you've achieved some wonderful things. Of course, you attribute that to your team, to your family too. But tell us some of the things you've done while at Western Ear.
Yeah.
But just a Western Ear as in 1983 year Western Air.
Western Air.
Mr. Ear, come on, get it together. Air. Yes.
So I mean, I think over the last, I would say 5 to 7 years, we've seen tremendous growth. I mean, just in terms of additional aircraft that we've added to the fleet. We've changed our fleet from turboprops to all jet aircrafts.
Wow.
And so a lot of those acquisitions were a major part of us gaining significant market share in all of our core routes. And we've just been pushing.
Yes.
Every day, you know, we operate 365 days out of the year. And, you know, right before the pandemic, I mean, generally we operate about 40 flights a day.
Yes.
So,
yes.
I mean, so we are incredibly busy, but we take that commitment of, you know, taking people to where they need to be very seriously.
Wow.
So it's a family, but it's also something where we feel a sense of pride that people trust us to provide this service.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And of course, it's the largest in Bahamas, right?
Yes. Largest privately owned airline.
Okay. Privately owned.
Next to the largest airline, I guess, questionable, is the national air carrier owned by owned by the government, national air carrier. So we say we're the large privately owned airline.
Awesome. And what are some other destinations that you guys fly?
So we fly to Freeport, Grand Bahama, Marsh Harbor, Abaco, Exumas, which are stunning.
Wow.
San Andres, Congo Town, Bimini, Cat Island. So we have a few different destinations, and we're starting Fort Lauderdale, which we're so excited about.
So hold on, San Andres, as in the one in Colombia?
No, and it's in the Bahamas.
Okay, because you see, because you guys have so many islands. Because whenever people think of Bahamas, they think about just the three
the
two
main ones.
But there are people living there, other there are people living on other islands that aren't so popular, right?
Absolutely.
Wow.
So, I mean, and even we find a lot of tourists, more and more when they come to Nassau, which is the main hub, they're going to the other islands because they don't want to be in such a touristy destination.
Yes.
So it's been great. I mean, we have our core frequent flyers, which are mainly Bahamians, but more and more we've seen a lot of tourists who are just like, we want to explore the other islands, and so it's great.
Wow. And now tell us about the Fort Lauderdale expansion, because that sounds exciting.
It's exciting. And you see all the grays coming in.
We are gray.
So no, it's a different, the same appeal and efficiency that we provide between Freeport and Nassau, Marsh Harbor and Nassau, is what we want to provide between Fort Lauderdale and Nassau. We want people to feel as if we are the quick, fast alternative. No long talking. It's just you want to get to Nassau, you can get there in half the time because the jets are super fast.
Yes.
And we are doing something different than anybody else on the route, where all of our tickets are open, meaning complete flexibility. If you didn't travel on Tuesday, no problem. Travel on Thursday, no cancellation fees, no change fees. That's the way how we operate in the islands. And so we want to do that here. And we want people to feel, they know once they purchase that ticket, they can use it at any time.
Okay.
So this is something different and new. And we're starting May 19th.
Okay.
That's still the launch date.
Okay.
So we're excited about that.
And that an open ticket, that people like me who used to travel a lot that, and miss flight because I'm always running. Something always happen. It sounds it's different, but that's a guarantee that people would love to, because things happen.
Yeah, things happen. It's okay, and we don't like to make travel difficult. It's supposed to be easy and straightforward. Obviously, things don't always happen as planned, but we certainly plan to give people that flexibility that we provide now domestically in the Bahamas.
Okay, awesome. And I see, of course, you've been featured in a few magazines, which is very, very. I know. Sometimes when this happens to you, don't want, it's okay. But tell us about a few of these magazines and how did you feel, and how do you feel about being featured in these?
I mean, what an honor.
Yes.
What an honor is that. It's not something to say, one day I want to be featured in Forbes. I want to be featured in Essence. None of that even popped into my mind, but it really organically happened. One young lady reached out to me on Instagram and said, I would like to just write a think piece, about you and what you're doing.
Yes.
And from that article from Boss Magazine, it just spiraled into a lot of other different articles from mainstream media outlets. And it's been great to connect with people and people who just weren't aware about, this Black-owned airline and stuff like that. So it really changed my life for the better.
And what do you feel about the importance of women in the field like aviation, and the importance of Black people in terms of running an airline?
Yeah.
What is the importance of representation in these areas?
Representation is something, so it's one of those things you don't realize how much you need it until you see it, and it's like, this is what's been missing, and I want to see more of it, and thankfully I get tagged in a lot of this is my first flight, I'm a private pilot, and I love to see that. We believe in trying to create additional opportunities as well, and I just feel like we are still far behind with Black people on the executive front when it comes to airlines. There's certainly a number of us in regards to flight operations, but there's so much room for more. And I want people to know that there's so many variety of different careers in aviation beyond just being a pilot and a flight attendant, which are wonderful careers.
Yes.
But whether it's dispatch or an airline is simply a company, and anything that you think that a company would need is what an airline would need. So just consider an aviation space. And I think sometimes people are a bit hesitant to go in there because it's such a technical field.
Yes.
But I mean, we need the same things,
Okay, and where does Western Air go from now? I know Fort Lauderdale is coming on, but where does Western Air go from now, and where do you go from? What are you looking forward to achieve?
Yeah, by the grace of God, honestly, it's about consistency for me and being able to provide quality product every day. That seems pretty cliche, but that is a blessing in itself to do. So we want to definitely maintain ourselves in the Bahamas, but also continue to expand. So hopefully we're hoping people, give us a chance on the Fort Lauderdale and Nassau route, and that expands into other cities, into Florida and maybe even the southern region, Atlanta, and other items like that. And we just look forward to continue to growing and connecting, the southern U.S. to the Bahamas.
Yes. And what if someone wants to fly by Western Air, or would they?
WesternAirBahamas.com.
Okay.
So that's how they would find us. And everything, of course, is online, to book online. And we're looking forward to it.
Okay. And what about if people want to maybe follow you on social media or?
Yes.
Or
everything is Rexy Roll. REXY. That's Rexy with a Y. Everybody says IE, but it's with a Y. Rexy Roll. ROLLE.
Okay, and you spoke about if someone wants to work in aviation, like where would they find these? I know for some people may wonder, where would they find these jobs? Do they just Google jobs or something like that?
Well, I mean, Google doesn't hurt. Google really doesn't hurt. Yes. I mean, there are a number of I think it's Fly 360. There are a number of aviation-based job sources, but honestly, think of a great aviation company or airline company that you like, and then go directly to the source. There's always openings, and of course some of those openings are technical.
Yes.
If you're not an aircraft mechanic, can't apply to be an aircraft mechanic, but there are also a lot of other careers that isn't so technical based, but whether that's even in social media or HR, administration, like I said, dispatching, which is, which is technical, but there's a variety of other careers they could explore.
Okay. Yeah. All right, guys, if you're just joining me, of course, I'm here with Rexy Roll. I'm going to read again, Vice President of Operations and General Counsel at Western Air, Bahamas' largest privately owned airline. Yes. And if you didn't catch all of this interview, you can go back on YouTube and watch the interview. You can download the app on Streaming HUBB Radio. Of course, she won't be going soon. You'll be seeing her in the studios. And so we're going to play something to go to the break. And then when we come back, I'll be here with my next guest. And of course, you'll be able to see Rexy later on. So don't go anywhere. Share this live with someone, all right? With your friend, your family, auntie, uncle, sister, neighbor, daughter, friend, church, sister, cousin, anybody, all right? In the interim, I'm going to play this song for you. And it is called...
She wants an elderly man. I don't run her still because she's thinking about the dollar bill. Come on.
I'm in love with a man nearly twice my age. Yeah. Don't know what it is, but it's a hit for my youthful days. As I go my way, I don't care what people say. I'm in love with a man nearly twice my age.
Come on, I go to me. I go to me, Toronto. I go to me. I go to me. She wants a man who can block out the royalty. The I go to me, say in that money. She don't want no love us honey. She want the money. She don't want no love us honey. She want the money.
What I tell you, girls, in my youthful days, I never loved another man my age. And then the Don, he came along, made me smile.
Hi, this is Janet Jackson.
Hi, this is Usher.
The Hub. Click, watch, listen, chat. Montano, Dexter Daps, Test the Band, Spice,
and Ding Dong Raver.
The greatest Caribbean lineup ever.
July 15th, 16th, and 17th, featuring Marshall Montano, Test the Band, Dexter Daps, Spice, and Ding Dong Raver.
The vacation of vacations, all inclusive. Prices go up every week. Book now at brtweekend.com. That's brtweekend.com.
Welcome from Jamaica in a little tin car. Taste the cheese. From the old to the young, them love that cheese, yeah. In a little tin car, taste the cheese. Can't stay home if we not have tasty cheese. Can't hold a vibe if we not have tasty cheese. Easter I come me have to have tasty cheese. Family I link up me have to have tasty stitches. Oh yeah, well I like the vibe of the sound, I like the vibe. Oh I like the vibe and thing, yeah. Well I vibes with the family this Easter with tasty cheese.
Send a top-up or plan to your loved ones in the Caribbean with Digicel International. For a limited time, use code HUBBRadio22 and get a $10 Amazon card. Remember, to send a top-up or plan, go to www.digicelinternational.com or download the Digicel International app. Digicel, the bigger data network.
Your daily habits can make or break you. And the best way to have healthy habits is with intent. More Fire is the herbal tea and smoke blend provider ready to fit into your routine. More Fire creates signature blends of powerful teas and natural smoking herbs that aid in healing and nourishing the body day after day. Ditch your unhealthy habits and become a better you with More Fire. More Fire. Enhance your daily ritual with intent.
Our family and friends are a big part of who we are. They are our biggest supporters and confidants, and our source of bellyfuls of laughter.
And when it comes to keeping you connected, Western Union is here to make it safer and easier with their digital services. Now your family and friends overseas can send you money without leaving home by using the Western Union app or westernunion.com. Just visit gkmsonline.com to register and share your banking details with your sender to start receiving funds directly to your bank account, so you don't have to leave home to collect. Grace Kennedy Money Services, home of Bill Express, FX Trader, and Western Union, doing our part to help you stay safe and connected to the one.
They read you Cinderella, you hoped it would come true, and one day a Prince Charming would come rescue you. You like romantic movies, and you never will forget the way you felt when Romeo kissed Juliet. And all this time that you've been waiting, you don't have to wait no more. I can love you like that. I would make you my world, move heaven and earth. If you were my girl, I would give you my heart, be all that you need.
Welcome back to the Raúl Blaze Show with me, your host, Raúl Blaze, here on Streaming Hub Radio, South Florida's #1 online platform. And I have with me a very distinguished guest. I have Mr. Dale Holness, Democrat for the U.S. Congress of Florida, District 20. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yes, Mr. Holness. So tell us a little bit, where are you from, Mr. Holness? Your accent sounds familiar.
Well, let me start by greeting your listeners.
Yes.
And viewers. Bonsoir, Tutman. Buenas tardes a todo. Shalom. Assalamu alaikum. Wow. Niha. Namaste. And wagwan.
Yes.
So you heard that in the airport when you traveled during 2020 while I was mayor.
Oh yes, yes.
County,
okay,
yes.
because I heard it in the airport. That was you saying that?
That's correct.
Okay. I'm like, why does this sound so familiar? Yes, because I traveled to Jamaica and up to Jersey and everywhere, and I heard that. I'm like, why does it sound familiar?
Yes,
okay, awesome.
Yes.
So everybody,
it was a way of welcoming the diversity of our community. We're the most diverse country.
Yes.
In the world, and Broward County stands out as that place. South Florida does.
Okay.
In Broward alone, we have 200 plus languages spoken.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
People from over 200 countries live here.
And why is it? What? First of all, why is diversity important, and why is it important to represent that diversity?
Because it's the strength of our country.
Okay.
No other country is as strong as us because we're so diverse. And what does that mean? It means that we have people from different ethnicity, different language, different culture, bringing the best from wherever they are into this melting pot and making it really, really marvelous. We can send a loyal, patriotic citizen to any part of the world who has connections there, who understand the culture, speaks the language, and are able to open doors for us, for commerce, for education, for health, for culture, everything. We've got the people here in America to do that. We don't use it enough.
Exactly. Because some people, while diversity is a strength, there are some people who use diversity who will almost kind of want to attack the diversity that exists, and that there's never been a case where diversity has never been a strength, right?
So they use it to exploit the situations where they can get certain groups on their side if it suits their political or social or economic motive. And we saw Trump do that.
Yes.
To basically anger the white population, to be against immigrants, to be against blacks, to be against Latinos, to be against Muslims. I mean, he really used that as a wedge issue and basically riled up what they called his base, people who and I'm not saying everyone who voted for him is a racist, but I'd say all racists vote for all people who are racist voted for him, right?
Yeah. And what if you were to be given the opportunity of this fear that they have of diversity? Do you think it's is it founded in any sort of fact? Is this fear of a diverse country? What would you say to people who believe that they believe this fear that has been conjured by a group of people?
So here's what brings that about in my mind. One, hate that is learnt. Secondly, fear. And the fear is that if certain groups rises, then it takes you down, which is contrary to the facts of life. So there's a certain amount of anxiety, especially among white folks.
Yes.
The older population more so. That if the other groups get to be more prosperous and they rise, then it diminishes their status, their ability to prosper.
Hold on, give me, guys. Give me 1 sec, guys. A technical. Let me get some feedback. Okay, continue saying what you're saying.
So, but here's something that they should know. Several studies has pointed out that that's not so. And one in particular is the study that was done by City Financial. Everybody know about Citibank and City Financial. City Financial is the parent for Citibank. City Financial did a study that was reported out in September 2020 that said because of racial inequities in America, the country lost $16 trillion in gross domestic product. We didn't grow the country economically by $16 trillion. It also said if we were to fix it, we could then grow the economy by $5 trillion over the next 5 years, which means every single American, whether you're black, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, Chinese, Indian, Jamaican, Barbadian, African American, everybody would benefit from growing the economy by that amount. And here's the other fact. When we don't allow every person to be as productive as they can be and to live their fullest life, it means they're not producing enough for themselves and that for the rest of us to benefit from it. So it is critical that we allow everyone to live to their fullest potential. And one of the places that we are robbing ourselves also of the ability for people to live fully is the amount of people we put in prison.
Yes.
We have more prison in America, people in prison in America than any other country. It's shameful.
Yes.
And oftentimes it's the minority groups, especially blacks.
Yes.
That are targeted for by law enforcement.
Yes.
Okay. And that when they go before a judge, they don't get a fair sentence. And here's a couple of statistics. And then I'll tell you some things that I did to help remedy that. One, blacks make up 17% of the population in the state of Florida. Now, if you live in Broward, you will know that because we're over 30% of the population.
Yes.
But for the rest of the state, the whole state put together, 17%. Yet in all prisons in the state of Florida, 47% of the people that are there are black.
Wow. Disproportionate.
Totally. It also, there's another piece that came out from a Tampa Bay Tribune study that was done probably about 4 years now. And it said that if you're black and you went before a white judge, and most of them are white, only 7% of the judges in the state of Florida are black. If you went before a white judge and you stole $500 worth of stuff out of Walmart, and you're 16 years old.
Yes.
And you're an A student.
Yes.
If you're black, you're going to get 20% longer sentence for the same crime that a white person did in the same situation and circumstances as you.
Wow.
So there's something wrong there. So what I did, I put together two big ordinances at the county to deal with that issue. One is the Police and Criminal Justice Review Board. That means we're going to look at the whole criminal justice system in Broward County. We're going to look at our policing policies in Broward County and find solution to fix these issues that exist.
Great.
Okay. One of those issues that I've propagated and put forward and worked on strenuously for many years is a civil citation program, where if you're a juvenile, starting with juvenile first, and then we moved it to adult, and you had a little weed, less than 20 grams, if you shoplift for a small amount of money, if you had an open container, if you were loitering, or other minor misdemeanor offenses, you could be given what's called a citation, pretty much a ticket.
Yes.
You go through a course to figure out what's the situation. Do you have an addiction problem? Do you have extreme poverty? Do you have mental issues? And then bring resources to the fore to help you. You complete that program, and it's as if you didn't get a ticket, because you now complete the program. You don't have a record. You don't have any of that to hamper your life going forward. Move that also to adults. We started with marijuana possession. And then we put the rest of that in place. The unfortunate thing is this, that many law enforcement agencies in Broward County are not utilizing it.
Okay.
So they're still arresting these young kids. Okay. And I've worked strenuously with the new state attorney to change that. I've worked with Sheriff Tony, who I understand been on your program, to make sure that he prioritizes giving these second chances, or third chances, first, second, third chances to people who might not understand their transgressions. And if they do, we give you a chance to redeem yourself. We can't allow you not to be redeemable.
Exactly.
Okay. So the other ordinance that I put in place is the Racial Equity Task Force Ordinance. 37 different entities coming together: school board, Broward College, clergy, news media, the police department, the chambers of commerce, Black Lives Matter, Urban League, NAACP, a plethora of every representation of Broward County. To look at how we feel change this thing and end systemic racism that we know exists. Okay, so there's a whole movement now in Broward County to change that, and we're making progress. I must tell you that we're making lots of progress. And that came after I passed what we call ban the box, where at the county, if you're applying for a job and you had a criminal record, that question is not asked until we decide that you're qualified and capable. Then we find out if the position you're going to take has security issues or other issues that we need to look into your background. And if we do, and we find an issue, then you can have a rebuttal and say, hey, look, I was 17 years old. I smoked some weed. I had some weed. Or, I did something that wasn't right. I've accepted responsibility. I'm now 30 years old. I've put that behind me. I'm capable of doing the job. Okay.
All right, guys. So we're here with Mr. Dale Holness. I'm Democrat for U.S. Congress, Florida District 20, and we're going for a short break. When we come back, we'll be getting more into the interview. And if you're here and you know someone who can benefit from this interview, please share this interview with friends and family and all the platforms that we have available. Okay, I'll be back soon.
Daily habits can make or break you, and the best way to have healthy habits is with intent. More Fire is the herbal tea and smoke blend provider ready to fit into your routine. More Fire creates signature blends of powerful teas and natural smoking herbs that aid in healing and nourishing the body day after day. Ditch your unhealthy habits and become a better you with More Fire. More Fire, enhance your daily ritual with intent.
Welcome from Jamaica in a little tin called tasty cheese. From the old to the young, them love that cheese, yeah. In a little tin called tasty cheese. Can't stay home if me not have tasty cheese. Can't hold a vibe if me not have tasty cheese. Easter I come me have to have tasty cheese. Family I link up me have tasty cheese. Oh yeah, when I lick the vibe with the sound, I lick the vibe. When I lick the vibe and thing, yeah. Well, I vibes with the family this Easter with tasty cheese.
Western Union is here for you. Available 24/7 every day. The Western Union app and the websites gives you the option of sending money from the comfort of your home straight to your loved one. With Western Union, you can send money to banks in Jamaica, including Jamaica National, JMMB, Scotiabank, NCB, First Global Bank, and more. Tell your receiver in Jamaica to register their bank account by visiting www.gkmsonline.com or their nearest Western Union location and receive funds directly into their bank accounts. Get fast and convenient service when you download the Western Union mobile app or go online at wu.com. For more information, visit wu.com or call 305-608-6325. Services may be provided by Western Union Financial Service Inc., NMLS number 906983, or Western Union International Services LLC, NMLS number 906985, which are licensed as money transmitters by the New York State Department of Financial Services. See terms and conditions for details.
Continental. Fuck your day.
All right, guys, welcome back. You're here joining the Raúl Blaze show here on Streaming Hub Radio. Raúl Blaze Thursdays, my day. I'll keep seeing you eat up all the food. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Good evening, Mr. Holness. Former mayor, how can we help to send you to Washington, D.C.? Guys on the app, I'm so sorry. I did not forget you guys, but I'm in the conversation, so I look to my left occasionally, and Facebook, I see the questions too. Hello, Mr. Mayor. Are you running? Yes, we're gonna get into that, guys. I'm sorry. I look beside for the questions, but he will be answering the questions in this next section now, where we're gonna ask Mr. Holness some of the things you've achieved in public office thus far before.
So I started to talk about some of it earlier.
Yes.
I led the effort for a living wage in Broward County.
Mm-hmm.
Today, if you work for Broward County or any of its contractors, our living wage is at $17 an hour, exceeding that $5 threshold that many would like to see us get to. So we're beyond that in Broward County. But that $17 also include an allocation for full-fledged insurance.
Yes.
So when you take the insurance piece out, it's less than 17.
Yes.
But you need health insurance.
You do.
So you have that. That's a big effort that I led in Broward County to ensure we get to that level.
Wow.
Helping our small minority and women-owned business was a major part of my platform also, and what we've done. I got to the county, 10.25% of what we sold was sold to small minority and women-owned business or bought from. Today, that procurement is at 44%. In 2020, it represented $136 million in contracts. Wow. So we're transforming lives and helping our small business grow and develop, because that's a huge thing. Mm-hmm. Increasing homeownership is a big part of what I moved for also. Mm-hmm. Creating more affordable housing. There's a lot more work to be done on that level. We're in a serious crisis in Broward County. I've also, in the last budget, allocated money for what we call supportive housing for those who are mentally ill. Yes. Many of the people that end up in our prisons and in our jails have mental illness.
It's not a criminal issue, it's a mental health issue.
Addiction
Wow.
or mental illness, and then chronically poor also is another issue. So we need to get training programs in place. Yeah. And that's something that I've done and put in place to do that. Additionally, there's a huge event that I've put in place called FITSE, Florida's International Trade and Cultural Expo. I talked earlier about the cultural diversity that we have. Now, we can sell more stuff to the rest of the world than anybody else. Unfortunately, if you look at what's going on, China has overtaken us in many of the emerging and developing countries.
Yes.
Because they'll be more focused on doing that. So the event that I started actually got a presidential award in 2019 because we helped so many of our small business to sell more to the rest of the world.
Wow.
It's a huge event each year that we do. We just actually had a trade mission to Dubai that I set up before I left the county.
Wow.
That basically had raves in terms of what we've done, enabled to attract foreign investments here and also to get our people to sell more to the rest of the world. For seniors, those who are older, And I know there'll probably not be a whole lot of them on your program because a lot of young people.
They can tell their moms and their grandmoms.
Yeah. So something that I put in place is additional homestead exemption for those who own their home and are low income.
Yes.
That they don't pay as much taxes as other people who are higher income.
Yes.
So you get what's called like additional exemptions. So if their home is worth, let's say $200,000, with what I put in place, they would only pay property taxes on $125,000 if they're low income.
Wow.
That helps keep our seniors in place. So going to Washington,
yes,
would be a continuation of many of what I've talked about, and I haven't been able to get through all of it.
Yes, yes.
Just a
Of
small
course,
amount.
we'll have your back. So
Yes,
you know.
yes. So here's a big part of what we have to address nationwide. The housing crisis is real. We've got to get the federal government to put more dollars in place to help with that.
Yes.
There's a voucher program that allows for people who have low income to get housing, but it only allows for you to rent in the most part. I want to use that also for home ownership.
Okay.
Because if I can give you some money to go pay somebody's rent, pay a landlord rent.
It's a mortgage.
Why not? Exactly. So that's a major piece and I'm from a real estate background, so I understand that. So that could be transformative for many families who have stayed in a rut financially. And when you increase home ownership, you're able to pass on end the generational poverty and pass on generational wealth. So that's a huge part of. That's the reason why I became a real estate broker. By the way,
and
is to help people achieve the dream of home ownership, because the largest investment the average American make is the house.
I know, and home ownership shouldn't be a privilege. It shouldn't be you understand?
And here's another statistic: about 76% of the white population own their own homes. Only about 47% of blacks own their own homes, and about the same for Hispanics.
Wow.
So when you change that, you create greater stability.
Yes.
Communities that have more owners than renters are more stable than those who have just renters, because the renters, they figure I'm just passing through. They might be there for 10, 15, even 20 years, but it's not permanent in their mind.
Not the
it's
same care.
Exactly. Not the same desire to fight to make sure the place is maintained and upgraded and those kind of things.
Honestly.
So that's a big piece of what we got to do. Also, education is a major issue for us to be competitive with the rest of the world. Early childhood education, we know, works.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It works so well that we look to see what's the outcomes of someone's lives at third grade and determine whether or not they will end up incarcerated or not. And then we plan for prison beds rather than putting more money into ensuring that they're successful at third grade. That's crazy. Okay.
Wow.
So I believe that we ought to have universal pre-K.
Yes.
Okay. And early childhood education in daycare, and putting money and funding in place to ensure that a daycare center understand that a child is learning from their born.
Yes.
Okay. And then we can basically outcompete the world, because we're going to have brighter people than the rest of the world.
Yes.
And there's some Scandinavian country like Sweden and Switzerland and Norway. They put a lot of money into that at an early stage.
Yeah, and Japan does it too. I taught English in Japan for a while.
Okay,
and
so they're very big on that. And look at where they came from after World War II to achieve the vast wealth that they have.
Wow.
And to today be the third largest economy in the world, only behind China
and USA.
All right. So that's something that we must do. And all the way through high school and college, we need to make sure that those schools, especially in lower income community, get additional resources. As it is now, our allocation is primarily based on per student in a classroom. But if you're in a community where there's high poverty, high unemployment, and a tremendous amount of illiteracy, how can you compete with a community in Parkland and in Weston? It's not the same. You got to put more resources in if you want a different outcome and to change that. So that's a big part of what I tell you. And then when you go to college, we shouldn't be burdening our young people with debt for the rest of their life.
Student loan
There
debt,
should be the ability for them to go to school, if they're moderate or low income, free for at least 4 years.
Yes.
And then we ought to build on technical and vocational training programs also. Germany has a big model of allowing you at 10th grade or 11th to choose a pathway, a career pathway to where you want to go. If you're in a college trajectory, then you go that way. If you're in a trajectory where you figure, hey, I want to go out and become someone who becomes a technician in the auto industry or in the air conditioning industry, electrical, then you'll get to go to that pathway, and they gear that towards that. So they have more engineers and manufacturing capacity than most other places in the world, because they do that. That's why you see the auto industry, shipping industry, they build huge ship engines. So those big ships, mostly powered by German made engines.
Because not every child will be an academic.
That's correct. That's correct. So that's a pathway for us to be competitive. Also, we also need to ensure that we're providing the ability for everyone to have good full health care, especially seniors. Sometimes it gets costly for them, and they need to be able to stay healthy. Yes. Because it reduces, if we have everyone the ability to have full insurance, and this state did not take the Medicare funding that they should have taken, the Medicaid funding, to enhance the number of people who have full health care, it costs us more, because now people are treated on an emergency basis rather than preventative care or early care when they get a symptom.
Okay.
So that's a big piece of what we must do. Obamacare, which is the Affordable Care Act, actually was coordinated for the community support from my real estate office, where it was the first place he had to operate from in 2008 when he was running for office.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
We for 6 counties in the southern part of the United States, we coordinated that. And my help with his campaign was huge.
Yes.
For me, but also for folks who worked within his campaign. They actually allowed me to go to the first Christmas party at the White House after he got elected in 2000. Wow. So he got sworn in January and December. I was there for that Christmas party because of my volunteerism and what I did to help that campaign. So young people, you can do that. I started volunteering at 15 years old.
Yes.
And you want to know where I was from.
Yes.
And I know you have a lot of people from all over the world. I'm a citizen of the world, an American citizen born in Jamaica.
Yes, I am. I have to say this. So guys, we're going to go for a break and we're going to come back with Mr. Holness, but I have to read some of your comments. Hey, good day, Raúl Blaze. How did you tell us that we're having Mr. Holness on your? Yes, it was there, you guys, so I could get my popcorn. You should have been paying attention. And Bruce from Miami also says, Raúl, let Mr. Holness know that I beat down lots of doors for him to get vote. And I will be doing it again soon for my writing. And today, okay.
Thank you, Messi and Phil. Muchas gracias. And all the thank yous I can think of. I'm truly grateful. How can you send me to Washington? Vote. Get others to vote. Contribute to me at my website, holnessforcongress.com. Holnessforcongress.com. You can reach me there. You can make a contribution. You can volunteer at Holness, FOR, Congress.com. And some people spell wholeness differently. So it's HOLNESS, FOR, CONGRESS.com.
Yes, and of course, I'm gonna have it on my recap of this interview, but don't go anywhere. I'm gonna have him back for the last 15 minutes to tell us some more, about his campaign, and I'll read some of your comments to him, because I see you there. Calm down, I'm here, guys. On the app, I appreciate you. Facebook, I appreciate you. YouTube, I appreciate you. All of you, I appreciate you. I don't prefer you they can call, well, you prefer way more, but we're gonna come back with Mr. Holness after this break, guys, so you can send in your comments and I'll read as many as I can to him, and we can see how we can send this man to Congress, okay, to Washington, right?
Yes.
So stay tuned, share this live, YouTube, Facebook, anything, with all your friends and family, and we will be right back. Do not go anywhere, okay? We're back.
Welcome from Jamaica in a little tin car, tasty cheese. And the old to the young, them love that cheese, yeah. In a little tin car, tasty cheese. Can't stay home if we not have tasty cheese. Can't hold a vibe if we not have tasty cheese. Easter I come me have to have tasty cheese. Family I link up me have to have tasty cheese. Oh yeah, all a little vibe with the sound, a little vibe, all a little vibe and thing, yeah. All our vibes with the family this Easter with tasty cheese.
Your daily habits can make or break you. And the best way to have healthy habits is with intent. More Fire is the herbal tea and smoke blend provider, ready to fit into your routine. More Fire creates signature blends of powerful teas and natural smoking herbs that aid in healing and nourishing the body day after day. Ditch your unhealthy habits and become a better you with More Fire. More Fire, enhance your daily ritual with intent.
Send a top-up or plan to your loved ones in the Caribbean with Digicel International. For limited time, use code HUBBRadio22 and get a $10 Amazon card. Remember, to send a top-up or plan, go to www.digicelinternational.com or download the Digicel International app. Digicel, the bigger data network.
East Point, smoke some dank. Call it ball in the eye. Hater. Old National got skanks. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Check it. Well, it's the M.I. cricket letter. Ain't no one better. And when I'm on the microphone, you best to wear your sweater, cause I'm cooler than the polar bear.
Welcome back. That was a very short break, of course. You know, we have our guest here. And I've been reading your comments on here, guys. So don't feel no way. I see you. Y si tú estás en la Florida y tú hablas español, también el señor, tú puedes preguntarme algo y le puedes preguntar también. Okay? So I have Hispanic. I have people listening. I was a Spanish teacher. Yeah, I was a Spanish teacher for too long, and I taught French a little bit, and of course Japanese. So
necesito practicar mi español.
Sí, podemos practicar, sí. Y cuando tú estás hablando con la gente en la Florida del Sur, podemos practicar, si no hay problema.
Es muy importante para hablar español en sur de Florida.
Sí, porque hay mucha gente de los países. Hay Colombia, la República Dominicana, Mexico.
Sí.
Okay. Guys, okay, so please, okay, I'm going to read the comments soon, guys. Take care. Yes, so tell us some more about some of the things that you prioritize, things you believe that are missing, and things that you yourself will bring to the table in DC.
Okay, so basically, I'm an immigrant.
Yes.
And there are many immigrants here in South Florida. In fact, a third of District 20 are immigrants.
Wow.
1/3 of the population in District 20 are immigrants. Wow. So part of what we must do is understand their immigrants are valuable to our country. I mentioned earlier the diversity of our country.
Yes.
And having people here from those countries help us to sell more to those countries and open doors for us.
Mm.
And they work hard.
Yes.
The statistics shows that the first generation, the first people who come, they work harder than the ones who were born here.
Yes.
The same from immigrants, right?
Yes.
So if you keep the children don't work as hard as the parents, okay? The children out. So and also the value here is this, that 60% of Fortune 500 companies were started by immigrants. It's a big deal.
Yes.
Immigrants help to create jobs.
Yes.
We have to show value there and ensure that those who are here and are law abiding and are doing well to help our country, give them a pathway to citizenship.
Yes.
Get them to be able to be full Americans. They want to be full Americans. So a pathway to citizenship through immigration process and some reform that needs to be done to ensure we regularize that a bit more is necessary. We have too many people here who are not able to be as productive as they can be, and they've been here for many, many years. We have those who are DACA.
Yes.
We have those who are in TPS.
Yes.
Now, those two categories, it should be easy for us to get them on the pathway. Why? Because guess what? We already know who they are. We've got their fingerprints. We have their biometrics. We know pretty much everything we can about them, okay? So they are now in legal status. Those should be easy to move. Those who are out of legal status, we need to build a pathway for them also to be productive.
Yes.
We have an aging population here. The workforce need to be replenished so that we can grow our economy and continue to be competitive with the rest of the world. So that's something that's important. So immigration reform is a big issue, I believe, for many.
Yes.
Okay? And it can help our country. It's not going to take anything from anyone. It will add, not diminish anyone's ability to earn a living and to grow. Certainly, you can't have it unchecked. There has to be some
checks and
rules
balances.
and regulations. Yes, exactly. But I'm pretty much for that. Criminal justice reform has to be a huge thing for us. Okay, we talked earlier when we started about the fact that we have more people in prison than any other country in the world. What does that make sense? It doesn't. So we need a full reform of our criminal justice system. Now, some of my younger people say defund the police. It's not practical.
Okay.
What are you going to do when you need to have a situation that two people have conflicts to resolve? How are you going to fix that if you don't have some sort of police structure? How somebody will drive 200 miles an hour and wreck and kill a bunch of people? No.
Exactly.
But we must be sensible about it. And I think more of what the folks who say defund is to reform and change the funding mechanism.
Yes.
That's what I would use as language. Okay.
Because the word defund scares people.
Exactly. So basically, we need to put more people on the street to help those who are mentally ill and have drug addiction problems. So more funding should go to that. In Broward County, the last budget I voted on last year, September, had in it $300 million for jails. It's the largest single allocation of our $7 billion budget, $300 million for the jail in Broward County. Imagine if we had some more sensible policing and we use civil citation more. How much of that money we could use to help people who have mental illness, who have addiction problem? How much of that we could use to put training programs in place?
Yes.
And I believe the federal government must lead in that regard, which means that not only do you have the blueprint, as Obama put out, the best practices for policing, but you put some funding behind it. So local communities, if you adhere to these principles, if you put these measures in place, we're going to give you some money to help you along the way with that.
Okay.
So there's an incentive for the local communities to utilize these programs, such as civil citation that I talked about before, that has saved the county, I think, probably about $44 million in terms of, instead of incarcerating people, we can put that money to better use. So that's a big part of what I believe we need to do.
Okay.
I mentioned a little bit about expanding home ownership.
Yes.
And creating more affordable homes.
Someone asked a question here.
Yeah.
Someone said, yes, we need the police. We agree with you, sir. And someone is asking, is private prisons an issue?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You can't profit off people's weaknesses and mistakes. Shouldn't at all do that. Because they're going to look to have the cheapest way to house humans.
Yes.
And they're looking for profit rather than reform, rehabilitation, or a good place for people to rebuild their lives. We ought to ensure that in our prisons and in our jails, there are more opportunities for people to get an education.
Yes.
That's not there now. Okay. Not to any extent that it should be. Another statistic that I'll give you, because I look at data.
Yes.
Okay. Numbers, there's science to that. Okay. When you look at the data, you can then formulate solutions to the issues that the data shows you are there. In probably about 10 years ago, an article in Sun Sentinel, or maybe it might have even been a little more, pointed out that 80% of the people in our jails didn't finish high school or didn't have a GED. And 40% were functionally illiterate. They couldn't read a newspaper. Now, I talked earlier that the system now looks at third grade performance of our children to determine how many prison beds to build when they get older.
God.
Isn't that madness? So it's a huge issue for us to fix that problem. And we must all come together and understand that we're all in this together. It doesn't matter whether you're black or white, or Hispanic or Latino or Asian or Chinese or Jamaican or Barbadian or whatever.
Okay.
We are in this together. And when we build and strengthen those who are weak, we strengthen each of us, because we are able to have a better society for everyone.
Awesome. And clearly, as you stated, there's this obvious link between education and incarceration, and that gap seems to have been ignored for a very long time. Wow, amazing. Guys, if you're just joining us, of course, yes, they're talking about the statistics you gave us. Someone says, Stacy from West Palm says, wow, that's crazy. Thank you for this information, Mr. Holness. And Linda from Miami, hey, Raúl Blaze, good evening, Mr. Holness. Let's go to Washington.
Thank you so much. Again, you can go to my website, holnessforcongress.com. holnessforcongress.com. And if you want to volunteer and you're not able to connect through the website, there's actually a phone number, 954-379-8683. 954-379-8683. And you can reach me, of course, on all your social media outlet, whether it be Twitter,
Instagram, Facebook.
Mm-hmm. We're on all those sites. Of course, I got to be honest with you. I don't manage it all because I can't manage it all by myself.
It's a lot.
So at Twitter, I'm at Holness D9. Instagram, it's Dale Holness. Facebook, it's Dale Holness or Holness for Congress.
Okay. You hear that, guys? Okay. And if you guys want a clarification on any of these or to repeat them, of course you can ask me. Of course, I'm going to be here. But say the social media handles again, please.
Okay. So it's Twitter at Holness D9, the letter D, 9, numeral 9. And Instagram, it's Dale Holness. On Facebook, it's Dale Holness or Holness for Congress.
Okay, and of course, I see Parkland is in the building because Parkland, I want to send my shout outs to West Palm Beach. Also, Plantation, Fort Lauderdale, Sunrise, wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're here talking with Mr. Dale Holness, of course, and I'm going to add the information that you guys need to hear that we went over. And if you're just joining, you can always go on Facebook and watch the full interview. Mr. Holness, anything you want to leave our listeners with today?
Well, let me say this, and I know there's a lot of young people in the audience. Mm-hmm. The world is in your hands more than it is in older people like myself. And I'm not that old. I'm still young at heart anyway, even though I have a few years on me. Mm-hmm. But you have to get engaged. You have to really get to the point where you understand that your vote matters. Your vote is your voice.
Yes.
If you don't vote, you have no voice. You can complain all day long, but if you don't vote, you have no voice. So if you're not registered to vote, register to vote. And you can go to holnessforcongress.com and actually register to vote. You should get a vote by mail ballot sent to you and turn it in early. Don't wait till the end. I lost the election because 287 votes were at the post office that came in a little late.
Wow.
And they didn't count them. Even though they were there, they didn't turn them over to the supervisor, which is a whole nother thing, not a show that we can get on. But it'll give you also the chance to see who's on the ballot and what's on the ballot.
Yes.
So that even if you decide you want to walk in, you can do that. So get engaged, get involved. I got active at 15 years old before I could vote. I supported Michael Manley in Jamaica. And when I got here while I was at Broward College as a student, freshman senator for the student body there in Broward College, I volunteered for Andrew DeGraff and Rights campaign. Most people out here won't even know what I'm talking about when I say
because I did politics, I knew.
Because it's a long time. He was the second black person to be elected in Broward County.
Yes.
And I've been engaged. Jesse Jackson's campaign I was engaged with. And I can come back and talk to you about how he gave us Barack Obama and Bill Clinton and changed the whole system to empower people of color, young people and women, because he ran. So get engaged, get involved, volunteer. You can go and give me some funds too. The maximum you can give me is $2,900. I know most of you said $2,900.
Yes.
Well, listen, $9? Okay. I'll take whatever you have, as much as you can give, because it takes money to run a campaign. We got to do mail-ins. We got to do radio advertising, television advertising. We got to pay staff. We got to get signs. All of that cost.
Yes.
So understand that if you really want to make a difference, get involved. Go to holnessforcongress.com. There's a lot that you can do to change the trajectory of our community, our state, our country, and the world.
All right, guys. Thank you. We're going to go for a quick break and I'll say my goodbyes after. That was
in a little tin called tasty cheese. And the old to the young, them love that cheese, yeah. In a little tin called tasty cheese. Can't stay home if we not have tasty cheese. Can't hold a vibe if we not have tasty cheese. Easter I come me have to have tasty cheese. Family I link up me have to have tasty cheese. Oh yeah, all a little vibe with the sound, a little vibe. All a little vibe and thing, yeah. All a vibes with the partner this Easter with tasty cheese.
Western Union is here for you. Available 24/7 every day. The Western Union app and the website gives you the option of sending money from the comfort of your home straight to your loved one. With Western Union, you can send money to banks in Jamaica, including Jamaica National, JMMB, Scotiabank, NCB, First Global Bank, and more. Tell your receiver in Jamaica to register their bank account by visiting www.gkmsonline.com or their nearest Western Union location and receive funds directly into their bank accounts. Get fast and convenient service when you download the Western Union mobile app or go online at wu.com. For more information, visit wu.com or call 305-608-6325. Services may be provided by Western Union Financial Service Inc., NMLS number 906983, or Western Union International Services LLC, NMLS number 906985, which are licensed as money transmitters by the New York State Department of Financial Services. See terms and conditions for details.
Your daily habits can make or break you. And the best way to have healthy habits is with intent. More Fire is the herbal tea and smoke blend provider ready to fit into your routine. More Fire creates signature blends of powerful teas and natural smoking herbs that aid in healing and nourishing the body day after day. Ditch your unhealthy habits and become a better you with More Fire. More Fire. Enhance your daily ritual with intent.
Yeah, man. Jam the thing. Hey, badang dang to me. Hey, bring it down, bring down, we do it. Yes, man. Hey. Let me go. I'm feeling sweet, so sweet. From me head down to my feet. I'm feeling sweet, so sweet. Well, this party is a treat. From the time I come, man, I'm having fun. When it's time to leave, well, girl, I just scream. But I can't think about that. The party no stop. This whining thing is a art. Wind down, why not touch your toes? Hey, hey, wind down, why not touch your toes? Wind down, why not touch your toes? Why not touch your toes? Get on bad and raise up your clothes. Why not touch your toes? And make sure you can stay exposed. Hey, hey. Bring it down, down, bring down, down the doole. I bring it down, down, bring down, down the doole. Hey, hey. Let me go. I'm feeling nice, so nice. Well, this must be paradise. I'm feeling nice, so nice. Want to jump and touch the sky. Work hard as a beast. Time for both disease. Shake off my workload in a party mode. 95 is too hard, not in Trinidad. Girl, wind down like it's hard. Wind down, why not touch your toes? Hey, hey, wind down, why not touch your toes? Wind down, why not touch your toes? Why not touch your toes? Get on bad and raise up your clothes. Why not touch your toes? But make sure your good things exposed. Hey, hey. Bring it down now, bring down down the doole. Hey, bring it down now, bring down down the doole. Digga digga, bang badang bang bang digga digga, bang badang bang bang digga digga, bang badang bang bang digga digga. Digga jam. Down down, you got to go down. Down down, you got to go down. Down, you got to go down. Everybody wind down. I said we go wind down. Come on, wind down, wind down. I said we go wind down, wind down. Sing. Wind down, why not touch your toes? Hey, hey, wind down, why not touch your toes? Wind down, why not touch your toes? Why not touch your toes? Get on back and raise up your clothes. Why not touch your toes? And make sure your good things exposed. Hey, hey, wine, 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 wine. Shake up the waistline, shake up the waistline. Wine, 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 wine. Shake up the waistline, hey, hey. Cause we come here to get on the bar and the people jamming and everybody yarn and jam down in the tongue and everybody come and just a wind down. Wind down, wind down, wind down. Everybody wind down. Wine, 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 wine. Shake up that waistline. Wine, 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 wine. I shake it up, I shake it up, I shake it up. We go wine to the right, wine to the left. Wine good, wine, let them know you're the best. Wine down low, wine down slow. Wine to the left.
I tell you I don't mind. I don't mind if you want to give me a one refuse it. I don't mind, honey, I don't mind if you want to give me a one refuse it. Honey, take us one, don't worry about me. I'm sitting here having some fun, darling, just watching you eat. You're looking so tired, I want you to take a rest as soon as you're done. I say, girl, be quiet, you ain't eating yet, I'm a greedy man. I tell you I don't mind if you want to give me a one refuse it. I don't mind, honey, I don't mind if you want to give me a one refuse it. Take me to the jam, take me on the streets. I'm sure you hearing the band, darling, still you want to eat. We go come back later, you go feel much better when you jump around. We go be much safer, eating go be greater, we go have more fun. I tell you I don't mind if you want to give me a one refuse it. I don't mind, honey, I don't mind if you want to give me a one refuse
it. This is Caribbean Vibes.
I don't mind if you want to give me a one refuse it. I don't mind if you want to give me a one refuse it. I'm eating up, I'm a greedy man. Too much is not enough, darling, don't you understand? Time.
Answer this ad in the newspaper. This woman, she looking for a plumber. Boy, I went for the job. I wanted a walk. She want a bite move, so I took a look. Boy, pull it on and turn it around. 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 Turn it around and push it back in. Turn it around and push it back.
All right, guys. Of course, we're jamming out today. Is Throwback Thursdays. We're gonna come at 7. We have 2 minutes. We're gonna go for a break, and we're gonna come back at 7. Okay. It's Bellyful Thursdays, and we're gonna have food from Golden Krust, and we're gonna have Roxy back in here when we come back after 7. Okay. So stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. For the people on the app, I see you. For the people on Facebook and Instagram, sorry about that, but my phone died. Okay. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. I will be back with Roxy in a second. You're live on the Raúl Blaze show with your host Raúl Blaze. Okay, don't go anywhere.
Pull it on and turn it around. Pull it on and turn it around. Pull it on and turn it around. Turn it around and push it back in. 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 Boy, the water running. Boy, the water running. Boy, the water running. Boy, the water running. Boy, do something. Boy, boy. Finally it came out, she started to shout. If you hit it was coming from she mouth. Won't you hurry up and push it back in? Can't you see the water is still running? She want to pull it out and turn it around. 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 Turn it around and push it back in. Turn it around and push it back in. Turn it around and push it back in.
Welcome from Jamaica in a little tin car, tasty cheese. And the old to the young, them love that cheese, yeah. In a little tin car, tasty cheese. Can't stay home if we not have tasty cheese. Can't hold a vibe if we not have tasty cheese. Easter I come me have to have tasty cheese. Family I link up me have to have tasty cheese.
Oh yeah, all a little vibe with the sound, a little vibe, all a little vibe and thing, yeah.
All our vibes with the family this Easter with tasty cheese.
Your daily habits can make or break you. And the best way to have healthy habits is with intent. More Fire is the herbal tea and smoke blend provider ready to fit into your routine. More Fire creates signature blends of powerful teas and natural smoking herbs that aid in healing and nourishing the body day after day. Ditch your unhealthy habits and become a better you with More Fire. More Fire. Enhance your daily ritual with intent.
Download Streaming Hub Radio app from your Apple Store, Google Play Store, and party with the baddest DJ. Streaming Hub Radio, your number one online radio station in Florida, playing the hottest music selection from hip-hop, R&B, soul, pop, reggae, dancehall, Afrobeat, soca, and more. And also visit our website at www.streaminghubbradio.com or www.DIHUBBMediaGroup.com for the latest entertainment news, artist interviews, news from the Caribbean and around the world. Download Streaming Hub Radio app today and keep it locked to the hub.
Nowhere else you'll find this kind of vibe.
Send a top-up or plan to your loved ones in the Caribbean with Digicel International. For a limited time, use code HUBBRadio22 and get a $10 Amazon card. Remember, to send a top-up or plan, go to www.digicelinternational.com or download the Digicel International app. Digicel, the bigger data network.
You want to learn how your music can make you more money.
Money. Let's go.
Songvest is the leading marketplace for buying, selling, and advancing music royalties. If you're a recording artist, music producer, writer, recording label, or any music rights owner, we can provide options for catalog sales or advances. with the lowest rates in the industry. Keep your copyright. Get funds now. Contact us for a custom proposal at songvest.com/radio. Songvest can quickly analyze royalty statements from any pro, distributor, publisher, or label and provide a custom proposal. Our unique auction process ensures that you get the highest value for your royalty stream. The Songvest team has been helping music royalty owners for more than 10 years. Public auctions or private sales are available, and you keep your copyright. Learn more at songvest.com/radio or email info@songvest.com.
Can you pass my way? I'm tempted to touch. Oh, baby, the dress you wear, your perfume, keep me wanting you so much. Now I can't help thinking over you. Of all the lonely nights you put me through. Come on, baby, let's sit down, talk about it closer, dear. Hey, hey. Good vintage wine, sweet conversation, you and I, that's ideal. Hey, hey. Now I'm gonna make sure that this time love like yours will never leave me again behind.
Welcome back to the Raúl Blaze Show here on Streaming Hub Radio. I'm here with Miss Rexy. Of course, how did you feel about the interview earlier on with you and I?
Awesome.
Okay, did you feel nervous? Are you nervous or anything whenever you are when you do interviews? Do you get nervous?
It depends, but I'm not nervous right now, so that's good.
Okay. Yeah, because it's like an atmosphere, guys. So today, Bellyful Thursdays by Golden Krust. We're just handed our food, of course, and me get when they asked me, what did you get in your plate? Oxtail? Okay.
The beef patty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
You love beef patty? Oh, you taste it already?
It's so
Oh my god. Oh, nice. So they have beef patty, they have is it veggie, right? Veggie patty. And of course, we're having oxtail and we're having it with pineapple ginger from Golden Krust. And they also have Golden Krust Easter bun, which I did not know about, but it looks delicious, guys. When they asked me if I wanted the brown stew or oxtail, I said, usually I can't afford oxtail when I go to the supermarkets, when I go to the store. So I'll take it when it's free. Yes, guys. So there are so many Golden Krust locations. If you're in South Florida, all you have to do is Golden Krust. Google Golden Krust and you can find it, okay? So that is where someone said, big up Golden Krust. Yes, that is where the food is from today, Golden Krust. And today is Bellyful Thursdays with Grace. So tell me, I've never been to the Bahamas before.
What?
Never been to the Bahamas. So I don't this might be a very silly question, but what should I expect what should I do? What's the best time to go? What should I do when I go to the Bahamas, etc.?
Well, first of all, food. As we, have this delicious Golden Krust meal. There's also amazing food in the Bahamas. Everything starts with conch.
Oh.
Fried conch. Well, not fried conch. We say cracked conch.
Okay.
Right? Conch salad, all that good stuff. But you have to explore the outer islands. Exuma. The waters are really crystal clear. This aqua, beautiful. I mean, it's just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Wow. And I mean, when you go to Bimini is literally only like less than 20 minutes away from Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So, I mean, this is just a hop. And this is what we want people to know too, is that it doesn't just have to be this planned out vacation. You can just hop over. It's literally 30 minutes away.
Yes, because people have been saying how you want somebody say I love Bimini. Okay, big up yourself. You love Bimini. Next, so bring me up Bimini. Okay, bring me up Bimini next time. So I know when you have countries with different islands, does each island have its thing like the local culture. I know it's the same, but does each island have its pride? It's the pride of my local place, or the speech or anything? Do they have like that?
Yeah, there's definitely certain signature points of each island. Like, you know, Exuma kind of strengthens itself on the swimming with the pigs. That's been a very popular influencer thing in recent days. Remember the fire festival?
No, listen to me.
but what you should remember is that the place is absolutely pristine and
It is
gorgeous.
beautiful. It is beautiful.
Gorgeous. And then Andros, you know, is known for bone fishing.
Wow.
And if you really want an experience where you're not around so many people and you can walk the beach literally by yourself, you can think about places like Cat Island and Andros and whatnot. But I mean, there's just an abundance of things to do without, or you could actually do nothing, which is sometimes important too,
yes, of course. You know? Simeon, are you from St. Croix? Where are you from, man? Because I know you're from one of those islands, but it's the small islands, the islands are so small and intimate.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good. And if I go now, of course, I can go to Nassau, then I can fly Western Air to any of these. But no, because you guys are going to be flying from Fort Lauderdale, I could just fly from here and take Western Air to Nassau, right?
Yes, absolutely. You can fly directly from Fort Lauderdale to Nassau.
Wow.
And so we have daily domestic flights from Nassau to a lot of the major locations in the Bahamas. So that's Freeport, Grand Bahama, Marsh Harbor, Abaco, Bimini, Exuma, Cat Island, San Andres, Congo Town. So you can get a little bit of everything. And one of the things that we really like is even if you're staying in Nassau, you can do an excursion. So you can go to Bimini just for the day. You can go to Freeport just for the day. And the more travel continues to pick up, there will be more flights available to have that kind of island hopping experience.
Wow, amazing. Guys, and I have to say, this pineapple ginger here from Golden is giving me life. It's giving me all my life without parole. Man, I tell you, man, this is so good. It is because I like to taste ginger in if I'm having some good ginger, I like to taste ginger. A matter of fact, island people say whenever you drink ginger, if you don't do it like this, ginger. If an island person don't do that sound, then when they get it, take it back. Carry back got the kitchen, sir. Me no want it. Take it back. So yeah, the ginger is really nice. It's like it's cutting your throat. You mentioned something about conch, right? So, no. No man, this ginger lick me in my esophagus.
Oh man.
In my trachea, wherever that is, that's where I feel the ginger. You talk about conch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you prepare that? Can you make it?
Can I make it?
Yeah.
Next question.
Do you cook?
No. I think everything is practice makes perfect.
Okay.
So it's just something I haven't practiced a lot, but I think I could figure it out.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. And now, guys, I'm not gonna be it's because Rexy cute, she can't really want to eat, but she camera go on. So we so much she go in the room go eat because she don't want to, the cute girl thing. But me not care. This looks like vegetable. So I'm gonna taste I've never had a veggie patty from them before. I've had the beef before, but I've never had the veggie before. But it looks good. You have the beef, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. This is not what the beef look like.
No, this is veggie.
This veggie, okay.
Oh.
It's good.
Oh, now I have to try.
It's really good. Oh my god, it's good. The crust is different, of course.
Yeah.
The crust is different, but they said spicy veggie, right?
No.
Jesus, please. This is spicy veggie. It's spicy. It's really spicy. So spicy veggie patty, guys. It's really good. The crust is different, but it's nice. Oh, goodbye. Thank you so much. Mr. Holness is leaving and his team. Take care. I'm gonna have Mr. Holness back here when he can spend some time and talk because it's a longer conversation.
Sure.
But anyway, guys, I'm gonna play some music now for you to jam to until my guest from Golden Krust appears on screen because they won't be here in studio, and that can give Rex is some time to eat. Because we're on camera, and then for me to eat without talking. Okay, so we're gonna go on this quick. It's not a break, guys. I'm just playing some music until I come back. I'm gonna give you something nice in the interim. I'm gonna give you, taking it back to everybody know that song here.
Cool na aya. Who am I? It's just the girl, them sugar. All right, here I know. Oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na. Hey! Sim Simma, who got the keys to my bimmer? Who am I? The girls them sugar. How can I make love to a fella in a rush? Pass me the keys to my trucks. Who am I? The girls them lock. And I, we make love to precious. You a bubble get red deep like a bucket. Draw for your nigga like your nigga can't stitch it. Draw for your oxen like a cow, you wanna chop it. Draw for your pickaxe like a gun, you wanna dig it. It's like a riverside up on the bank and you take it. It's like a bicycle, so you hold it and dash it. So you watch it, so you crash it. She a tell you, say you grab it. Girl, she a beg you wanna ball, take it, stop it. Batman plug in and me a move like a electric. It's like a basketball, she take time out, she bomb it. Listen to me silent, listen to me lyrics. I feel him and they and me a drop it. I said, Simma, who got the keys to my bimmer? Who am I? The girls them sugar. How can I make love to a fella in a rush? Pass me the keys to my trucks. Who am I? The girls them lock. And I will make love to pressure. Anything she want, I will give it unto she. I can't believe today my friend them tell me that she flee. I don't believe he's angry and I don't believe he's grief. I don't believe it's Susan or the other girls I read. Love for me, she have, that is the only thing I need. I don't intend right now just to lose my main squeeze. Oh, Guantanamela, you a killer. Galileo, you watch it on me body under pressure. Man, see your body all a kill mosquito. When your body right, just to know you got the power. But Simma, who got the keys to my bimmer? Who am I? The girls them sugar. How can I make love to a fella in a rush? Pass me the keys to my trucks. Who am I? The girls them lock. And I will make love to precious stuff. I tell myself I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my guiding star, my shining light. I love you, baby. But that day you leave and you gone.
Your daily habits can make or break you. And the best way to have healthy habits is with intent. More Fire is the herbal tea and smoke blend provider ready to fit into your routine. More Fire creates signature blends of powerful teas and natural smoking herbs that aid in healing and nourishing the body day after day. Ditch your unhealthy habits and become a better you with More Fire. More Fire. Enhance your daily ritual with intent.
Welcome from Jamaica in a little tin called tasty cheese. From the old to the young, them love that cheese, yeah. In a little tin called tasty cheese. Can't stay home if we not have tasty cheese. Can't hold a vibe if we not have tasty cheese. Easter I come me have to have tasty cheese. Family I link up me have to have tasty cheese. Oh yeah, all a little vibe with the sound, a little vibe, all a little vibe and thing, yeah. All our vibes with the family this Easter with tasty cheese.
Western Union is here for you. Available 24/7 every day. The Western Union app and the website gives you the option of sending money from the comfort of your home straight to your loved one. With Western Union, you can send money to banks in Jamaica, including Jamaica National, JMMB, Scotiabank, NCB, First Global Bank, and more. Tell your receiver in Jamaica to register their bank account by visiting www.gkmsonline.com or their nearest Western Union location and receive funds directly into their bank accounts. Get fast and convenient service when you download the Western Union mobile app or go online at WU.com. For more information, visit WU.com or call 305-608-6325. Services may be provided by Western Union Financial Service Inc., NMLS number 906983, or Western Union International Services, LLC, NMLS number 906985, which are licensed as money transmitters by the New York State Department of Financial Services. See terms and conditions for details.
the alarm. Another sound is dying. Whoa, hey. Some sound like a big jump on. Listen the sound, it's a champion. Rock the dance in any session. Rock up the woman, now rock up the man. Ring the alarm, another sound is dying. Whoa, hey, ring the alarm, another sound is dying. Whoa, hey, T-Tato, we beat them all in a row. Donkey want water, but you hold him Joe. T-Tato, we beat them all in a row. The cost want water, but hold him Joe. Ring the alarm, another sound is dying. Whoa, hey, ring the alarm, another sound is dying. Whoa, hey, four big sound in a one big lawn. The dance sound a play, the other three keep calm. Four big sound in a one big.
You know you're tuned with the Raúl Blaze, the host of the Raúl Blaze Show here on Streaming Hub Radio. This one is called Ring the Alarm by Mr. Tenasa, of course.
Hey, remember this sound, it's a talk of the town, talk of the country. Hey,
ring the alarm, another sound is dying. Oh, hey, 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 hey.
Ring the alarm, another sound is dying. I know. Ring the alarm, another sound is suffering. Whoa, hey. Watch the sound man a timber. Watch the sound man a pray. Watch the sound man a timber. Watch the sound man a pray. Ring the alarm, another sound is dying. I know. Ring the alarm, another sound is suffering. Whoa.
You know we gotta pull that one up again. All right.
Sound a little of that. Rock is the calm and rock is the path. Rock the white and rock up the black. Sweet reggae music on the attack, yes. On the attack it on the attack. Sweet reggae music on straight non-stop. Ring the alarm, another sound is dying.
All right, guys, you know you're tuned into the Raúl Blaze Show with me, your host, Raúl Blaze. We're gonna take that one from the top again. It's called Ring the Alarm by Tenasa.
Hey, whoa. Ring the alarm, another sound is dying. Whoa, hey, ring the alarm, another sound is dying. Whoa, hey, some sound like a big jump on. Listen to sound, it's a champion. Rock the dance in any session. Rock up the woman, now rock up the man. Ring the alarm, another sound is dying. Whoa, hey, ring the alarm, another sound is dying. Whoa.
All right, then, so welcome back to the Raúl Blaze Show. I am your host, Raúl Blaze, here on the Raúl Blaze Show. And if you are just joining the Raúl Blaze Show, of course, I'm going to take this from the top again. It's called Ring the Alarm from Tenna Sa. All right.
Hey, ring the alarm. Hey, whoa.
Of course, you know, today's Bellyful Thursdays is brought to you by Oxtail, because I'm seeing the Golden Krust Oxtail is brought to you by Golden Krust. Right now I'm having some oxtail with some beef patty and some pineapple ginger. And of course, you can get your Easter bun from Golden Krust, okay? Ring the alarm, another sound is dying. Oh, it.
Another sound is dying. Whoa, hey, ring the alarm, another sound is dying. Whoa, hey, T-Tato, we beat them all in a row. Donkey want water, but you hold him Joe. T-Tato, we beat them all in a row. The cost want water, but hold him Joe. Ring the alarm, another sound is dying. Whoa, hey, ring the alarm, another sound is dying. Whoa, hey.
And if you're just joining me, of course, you missed our two in-studio guests. But of course, I had here in studio, I had Miss Rexy Raúl, who is Vice President of Operations and General Counsel at Western Air, Bahamas' largest private airline, apart from the national airline. And of course, I had Mr. Dale Holness, who is running for Congress. He served as City of Fort Lauderdale's commissioner from 2004 to 2010, and some of his biggest platform that he stands on is reforming the whole criminal justice system, housing, and all those important things to the people here in Broward County. So if you want to see that interview in full, make sure that you go to Streaming Hub's YouTube channel, and you can click subscribe and watch all the interviews we've done. The reason why I sound like this is because I have a piece of axial bone in my mouth, okay? So, yes, and I see Mr. DJ Venito walking in the building, so big up on yourself. Thanks for being here. We're not done yet. We're going to have people from Golden Krust tuning soon, but I'm going to continue to play some old tune for you. I'm so love it later, okay? Big up to Tamarack in the building, West Palm Beach. Big up to Kingston, Jamaica. Big up to Tamarack again. West Palm Beach and Tamarack are competing, man, and Plantation and Parkland, right? Call now. I want any of my listeners to call right now because I want to give away some digital data plan. The one. Golden Krust is making me feel so good. Right now, call right now and tell me one location of a Golden Krust here in South Florida, and I give you a data plan for yourself if you're at Jamaica, or for somebody at Jamaica if you are here. So call me and tell me where they are Golden Krust locations in South Florida. And of course, we'll be doing broadcasts from one of them soon, and we're gonna tell you so you can come through and participate and, you know, full jar the food, okay? So let's get back to some oldies music, some long time skanking music, so you can, you know, go and dance and enjoy yourself and think, okay? Wheel up.
Cause I'm a whole gangalee. I wanna be free from all chains and all bundles and rope. Free from all bars and all borders and dope. Free to praise the Lord because me not praise the Pope. So I know you are wash your face with Babylon soap. Me have a leap of faith, that mean me have a leap of hope. Life rough and hard, but with it me have to go. So take it on the level and so fly down the slope. Silent river run deep, but gangalee have to float. I was born to be free. I'm here, gangalee, gangalee.
The Raúl Blaze Show.
Come here so fi joke, me no come here so fi laugh. Me dey up on a mission and me complete heart. Jah is my rod, of course he is my staff. If you love the go, you have to accept the care.
If you're just joining in, of course, today is Bellyful Thursday, sponsored by Golden Krust. Right now, I'm consuming some Golden Krust oxtail with some Golden Krust beef patty, with some Golden Krust vegetable patty, and of course, we have the Golden Krust Easter bun here. It's Easter time, and make sure you get to the bun now. You understand the good bun me talk about, and you can get the good bun from Golden Krust. And of course, I am consuming this with the wonderful pineapple ginger beverage. You know, say if you come from the Caribbean and if you ginger, make you go so ginger and a real ginger. This pineapple here, so make me say ginger. I'm gonna prove it to you right now. Look here. Ginger, pineapple ginger from Golden Krust. If you're in South Florida or wherever you can find a Golden Krust, make sure you go there to get your Easter bun, your oxtail, your beef patty, your vegetable patty, or anything Jamaican you're thinking of consuming, or Caribbean, okay? You're on the Raúl Blaze Show. It is Throwback Thursdays, but more importantly, it is Bellyful Thursdays, sponsored by Oxtail, and of course, Streaming Hub Radio.
And who have eyes they will see. Say, I wanna be free from all chains and all bangles and rope. Free from all bars and all borders and dope. Free to praise the Lord because me not praise the Pope. So I know you are wash your face with Babylon soap. Me have a leap of faith, that mean me have a leap of hope. Life rough and hard, but with it me have to go. Some take it on the level and some slide down the slope. Silent river run deep, but gangalee have to float. I was born to be free. I'm here, gangalee, gangalee. I'm an gangalee, gangalee. I'm an gangalee, gangalee. And who have eyes they will see. Say, me no come here so fi joke, me no come here so fi love. They up on a mission and me complete up. Jah is my land, of course he is my stuff. If you love it how you have to upset the cap. Could I beat me little more, me get down instead of soft. Iniquity will call, I walk with scrap. Them inject me body with gold, but me no cop. Serious like all 50 judge when I laugh. I was born to be free. I'm here, gangalee, gangalee.
I want to big up Hot Girl Amy who just walked into the house. Yes, in the Instagram dance party. Big up yourself. Big up to all the people here in both the app and YouTube. YouTube, I haven't forgotten you. Instagram, YouTube, anywhere you are. Big up on yourself. Thanks for joining in this party. It is Throwback Thursday, but most importantly, it is Bellyful Thursdays. This week, sponsored by Golden Krust. Right now, I'm consuming some Golden Krust oxtail with some Golden Krust beef patty with some Golden Krust vegetable patty, and of course, to my right, I have the Golden Krust Easter bun. Make sure you get your Easter bun at Golden Krust, and of course, I have the wonderful Golden Krust pineapple ginger. Will make you say ginger. Okay, you're tuning. Of course, you're gonna have the Party Ride show after me with DJ Venito, the man who spins with the winds and skins, and me can't listen to me. That's not my thing. Raúl, stick to your lane. If you're joining me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you are, thank you for spending your Thursday with me. Of course, I interviewed Mr. Holness, who's trying to go to DC, running for Congress. Of course, great plan. I like when people are is very progressive. And of course, I interviewed Vice President of Operations and General Counsel at Western Union, the wonderfully beautiful Rexy Roll. Okay, and you'll be seeing. You will see more of both on the Raúl Blaze show. Big up to my friend Mike. You just walk into the chat, you know. Capo021, big up yourself. And to everyone who's joining, thank you so much for being here. We're gonna go half an hour more when I have my last guest gonna come in. But in the interim, of course, me I play some tune for the don't say Thursday. Apart from full in my belly, me giving some old time tune, me gonna dance and say. So what me I play now? Who remember that song here? Everybody remember it, but me I go just listen, man. I wanna say.
Dancing. God knows you got to move on the rhythm. You're gonna. I want new dance, be the fine again. Around the street and the lane and round the bend. World dance is the name and the title. Dubai the dumb, the devil blind and the cripple. And I don't know why black wizard love it so. And I need more roses fine and use them. Brand new dance, I worry have a mad. I kill all of them roses fine and use them. A whirl a dance, we come to teach them. It's like poop, so the boy stay down the gully stand a pussy shocking vibe. Jet him a do the tatty. Taking me little better name so lucky. When him a whirl without pretty. I am my future kicks maddy butterfly can't quit. Come on up pretty. Hope we do the roll dance we never tell nobody. Cause everybody don't know that.
Welcome from Jamaica in a little tin car. Taste the cheese. Old to the young them love that cheese, yeah. In a little tin car. Taste the cheese. Can't stay home if we not have tasty cheese. Can't hold a vibe if we not have tasty cheese. Easter I come me have to have tasty cheese. Family I link up me have to have tasty cheese. Oh yeah, all I like a vibe with the sound, I like a vibe. All I like a vibe and thing, yeah. All the vibes with the family this Easter with tasty cheese.
Shell Montano, Dexter Daps, Casper Band, Spice,
and Ding Dong Raver.
The greatest Caribbean lineup ever.
July 15th, 16th, and 17th, featuring Marshall Montano, Casper Band, Dexter Daps, Spice, and Ding Dong Raver.
The vacation of vacations, all inclusive. Prices go up every week. Book now at brtweekend.com. That's brtweekend.com.
Your daily habits can make or break you. And the best way to have healthy habits is with intent. More Fire is the herbal tea and smoke blend provider ready to fit into your routine. More Fire creates signature blends of powerful teas and natural smoking herbs that aid in healing and nourishing the body day after day. Ditch your unhealthy habits and become a better you with More Fire. More Fire. Enhance your daily ritual with intent.
Are you an independent recording artist, music producer, record label, or corporation looking for the best ways to advertise your product?
Streaming Hub Radio is here to serve you.
Build your brand, promote your product worldwide on our social media platforms. Visit our website at www.streaminghubbradio.com.
Our app on Apple and Google Play Store,
Roku TV, podcast shows on Spotify,
iTunes, Apple, and Google Podcasts.
For more information, visit our website at
www.streaminghubbradio.com
or email us at info@streaminghubbradio.com. Give us a call at 954-289-8589.
Welcome back to the Raúl Blaze show here on Streaming Hub Radio, your number one online platform here in South Florida. And of course, course, it is Bellyful Thursdays, of course, sponsored this week by Golden Krust. I am here enjoying some oxtail with a beef patty and a veggie patty and a nice pineapple ginger. Make it go so ginger. And of course, when you can see the box of Easter bun. But I'm being joined here by Mr. Sean French of Golden Krust. Mr. Sean, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now, sir.
Okay, good.
Yeah, how are you doing? How are you doing? So, how was your day going?
I'm doing great, and thanks for having me. I appreciate the fact that Streaminn HUBB Radio could have me on today.
Yes, we appreciate you, man. Where are you tuning in from right now?
I'm actually in New York. Most of our franchises, myself and my partner Marcia Hawthorne, we currently own and operate 9 Golden Krust franchises. Most of them are in New York. We have one in New Jersey, one in Connecticut, and we have that one in Tamarack at 5711 North University Drive in Tamarack. So, like I said, we have New Jersey, New York, Florida, and also Connecticut.
Oh, awesome. And for people who may be living under a rock or something who don't know about Golden Krust, tell us about Golden Krust and how long has Golden Krust been around, and what are some of the dishes they provide?
Okay, so Golden Krust is the largest Caribbean food franchise in America. We've been around since 1989. There's currently about 140 locations across the country. And our aim is to just bring the taste of the Caribbean to the United States, and we've been successful doing so. We have no serious competitors. No one does it quite like Golden Krust does it.
Yeah, awesome. And what are some of the Caribbean food that one could find if they should walk into a Golden Krust?
Well, it'd be an easier question if you ask what we do not have. I mean, because as far as we have everything from patties, of course, we're known for patties. Mm-hmm. And we have a wide variety of patties, from beef to chicken, vegetables, shrimp, jerk chicken, spinach. So a wide variety of patties and cocktail patties. We also have every pastry you could imagine: rock cake, tutti frutti, bread, buns, everything. And I'm not sure if you got a chance. Did you get a chance to try our Easter bunnies yet, sir?
Yes, I did before, but I'm gonna show it again now because you're here. So okay. Yes. So tell us about this.
Okay, well, I mentioned the patties, and we're known for our patties, but one could argue that maybe if you went to Jamaica or somewhere else, you might be able to find patties that could rival ours, maybe juicy. My personal favorite in Jamaica is Tasty Beef. So our patties are pretty good, but I'll probably give it to Tasties. As far as our buns go, though, I can attest to you that there's no bun in the world, Jamaica or anywhere, that can compare to a Golden Krust Easter bun, and that's my word.
Okay, awesome. Mush, me have one knife and piece of cheese now for test you.
I tell you. As soon as the show over, did they give you cheese? You got cheese as well? Because if you didn't get some cheese,
Mother taste upon the live right now. You understand? Oh, I got cheese. I think I just need the knife now,
brother.
Yes.
Hands down, it's the best bun you will ever taste.
I have it, but I just want to show the people the content. And guys, it heavy. It tastes like, it feel like an Easter bun. You understand?
Man, and it's very, very moist. Okay. Very, very. Because sometimes you get a bun and the bun dry and just crusty. That's not Golden Krust bun is always moist and filled with flavor. So I mean, hands down, Golden Krust has the best buns. But besides the buns and the patties, we also have a very wide variety of traditional Jamaican meals, from oxtails, curry goats, stewed chicken, jerk chicken we have every day. We do, cow foot, tripe and bean, fried sprat, toncom. We do everything.
When it's a cow foot and tripe and bean, it's like, listen to me now, man. You like
chicken foot, stew peas. We have it all.
And I'm just having the pineapple ginger for the first time, and I tell people if you're from the islands, if you drink something with ginger in there, and it don't make you say ginger.
Right.
This
you have to taste the ginger.
Me feel like me throat I fight each other. You understand? It is so good. It's so refreshing, and I like it. What is it about? Why is it important to have natural products and things like them here? Why is it important for you to,
Well, I mean, in this day and age when people are a lot of people are going healthier and trying to find healthier choices. A lot of the foods that we eat nowadays is filled with sugar and hormones and antibiotics and so on and so forth. We make a conscious effort in our stores to make sure we also provide some healthy options. So on our daily menu, you will find we have vegan items as well. We do like tofu. We do chickpeas, veggie stew. We do we make sure we cater to everybody. And as far as the juices go, we always have natural juices. We do from beet to Irish moss. Pineapple ginger, as you mentioned, peanut punch. Yes. So definitely.
And I can attest to the veggie patty because it's so nice. The crust is different, and I love that. So first of all, one of the points you mentioned, you lamented on about the bun is it's about the softness, and it's my first time opening a Golden Krust bun. And it is really soft. It's so soft that my finger impression is left in it when I touch it. That is. So I'm gonna ask you, could you tell the people your entire recipe now live on air? Just
if I tell you, I'd have to kill you, brother.
Oh Lord of mercy! But in New York, you can't catch me anyway. Answer me high. But okay, I'm gonna try this now. I'm gonna try the bun and cheese live. You understand that?
Yes,
cheese,
please do.
Tasty cheese, of course. So yesterday on my Instagram, I was asking people to comment what bun would go best with my tasty cheese. Of course, I did not see Golden Krust at the supermarket that I was, but now I think it's safe to say that Golden Krust is entering the competition, don't it?
Absolutely, it definitely does. And if you doubt that Golden Krust has the best bun, I challenge anyone that doubts that to go to my location in Tamarack at 5711 North University Drive, and I will personally get you a sample of the bun, so you can actually taste it before you buy it.
Okay. Oh my God. Guys, don't be fooled by the sound I'm making. I'm eating. Sorry. Remember doing the Golden Krust pineapple ginger got me a truck. This is so good. I'm not capping because I'm here. This is so good. It's so moist. So matter of fact, me believe so when you eat bun, like the bun of Jamaica was soft. When you eat bun, a part of the moistness is proof that when you eat it, it kind of stuck up in a top of your bun.
Exactly.
And this is the vibe. This is the vibe I'm getting. It's not. There are not too many fruits in it. It's just nice and soft, and it just tastes like a bun from yard, and it is really good. It is really good.
It's very good.
Yes,
that's one product that I'm very, very proud of. I'm very, very proud of the Easter bun. Year after year, they never let us down. I personally look forward to Easter, so I could eat Golden Krust Easter bun.
A long time when I do Easter bun?
Yeah, we've been doing Easter bun since in the 80s. Yeah.
Oh wow, wow, that's amazing. Maybe because when I'm usually at home during Easter, but this is really, really good. The bun is, guys. I promise you, if you got to go to Golden Krust and try their buns, because it's definitely worth it. You understand? So I know I had that poll on my page about asking you guys what bun goes best with the cheese. Try Golden Krust. Golden Krust. People in Jamaica, if you come here, I see you on the line. I'm telling you, try this because it's really good with cheese. Okay. And so tell me about any future expansion that you guys have. You guys have any new store coming or anything new coming up with Golden Krust that we should know?
Yes. There's always new stores coming. I know that there are a couple coming in the South Florida area. Like I said, there's 135 locations right now, but there's about 5 or 6 new restaurants slated to be open within the next few months. I myself and my partner, we're opening 3 new restaurants that are coming soon as well in Connecticut, in the South Bronx on 3rd Avenue in the Bronx, and also 233rd Street and White Plains Road in the Bronx. So you could look forward to those new locations coming on board.
Okay. Wow, this is awesome. This is hold on. I think I'm gonna need. And apart from pineapple ginger, you mentioned some other flavors. What other flavor drinks you guys have?
We have a lemonade, beet. We have peanut punch, carrot juice, cucumber, a wide variety.
And you guys are on the apps like the DoorDash and those stuff?
We're on DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub. Yes.
Okay, awesome, guys. I'm here with Mr. French of Golden Krust franchise. He said the bun was the best, and I can tell you this is one of the best buns I've ever had.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It's really good. It's really good. It's moist. It is moist. You weren't joking. It is really moist. And of course, I'll be sharing this with some of you if you guys happen to run into me. Hopefully not run into me because I'm not share it. That's our next story. Anything else you'd like to share with our guests today, our consumers of Golden Krust?
Well, we just like to thank all our customers for the continued support over the years. Golden Krust have been around, like I said, since 1989. And if it wasn't for our loyal customers throughout South Florida, throughout the entire state of Florida and the United States, we would not be here. So we want to thank you guys for your continued support, and we look forward to continue to serving you in the years to come. I'd like to give a big shout out to my manager and my staff at the Tamarack location, Miss Jasmine, Miss Beverly, Miss Adeline, and the entire staff there for the great job that they're doing. And I'd also like to thank you guys, for having us tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you, and I love the staff at Tamarack because there's this girl every time she go there. Are you a Raúl Blaze? Mr. Yes, it's me. And every time I go there, are you Mr. Yes, it's me. So that's nice, awesome. And can people find you guys Golden Krust on social media?
Yes, Golden Krust Bakery.
Yes, that is it. That is it. Yes. Well, Mr. Sean, thanks for being here. And of course, whenever there's any new development or anything new about Golden Krust that we need to know, of course, you have an open invitation to Streaming Hub and, of course, to the Raúl Blaze Show.
I thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, anytime. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
All right. Okay. All right, guys. So that was Mr. Sean French from Golden Krust franchise. And I listen to me, man. I usually me feel like in time I do them things here. And I won't even lie. I won't even lie about when something tastes good. You don't know me and food. If me go somewhere and the food tastes good, I'm going to talk about it. This bun right now, I've never, and it has been around from 1980s or so, he said. But I never thought of Golden Krust Easter bun. But this is definitely in the runnings with the other buns that you guys on the page that I posted. This is definitely in the runnings for that. Of course, this was a wonderful show today. We had our guests, Vice President of Operations and General Counsel at Western Ear. We also had Mr. Dale Holness, Democrat running for Congress. And of course, we had our guest from Golden Krust, who today sponsored the Bellyful Thursdays with Streaming Hub Radio on the Raúl Blaze Show. All right. I want to thank you guys for being here with me, and see you next week Tuesday on another episode of the Raúl Blaze Show. Thank you so much. I'm gone. I'm going to enjoy my food. If you don't want to reach me, contact me. But make sure you tell your friends to tune into the Raúl Blaze Show Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern. Adios.
Jamaica, in a little tin car, taste the cheese. And the old to the young, them love that cheese, yeah. In a little tin car, taste the cheese. Can't stay home if we not have tasty cheese. Can't hold a vibe if we not have tasty cheese. Easter, I come me have to have tasty cheese. Family, I link up me have to have tasty cheese. Oh yeah, all a little vibe with the sound, a little vibe. All a little vibe and thing, yeah. All a vibes with the family this Easter with tasty cheese.
What a go on, ça passe? Que pasa? Tudo bem? Ça va? Genki? What's up to all my people all over the world? This is the Renaissance man himself, Raúl Blaze, and I am inviting you to tune in to the newest, most interactive, freshest, and most insightful program on your way. The Raúl Blaze Show. The Raúl Blaze Show. Tuesday to Thursday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern on the Streaming Hub Radio. From culture to languages, from mental health to entertainment, from spirituality to business to music. The Raúl Blaze Show will be touching on all the issues affecting the Caribbean, Latin America, and anywhere you are in the world. Download the Streaming Hub app, visit streaminghubbradio.com, or access via YouTube, Alexa, Google Podcasts, Roku TV, and more. And if you're ever in doubt, make sure you follow Streaming Hub and Raúl Blaze on Instagram. Remember, the Raúl Blaze Show, where vibe is the only admission.
Your daily habits can make or break you. And the best way to have healthy habits is with intent. More Fire is the herbal tea and smoke blend provider ready to fit into your routine. More Fire creates signature blends of powerful teas and natural smoking herbs that aid in healing and nourishing the body day after day. Ditch your unhealthy habits and become a better you with More Fire. More Fire. Enhance your daily ritual with intent.
the station, and the system, DTI, love them, because we love them.
Them a call us